I am Akidisela Omotala Docus from Virtual Domain, and just like you all know, I'll be taking you through in this training. Okay, today I want to talk about one of the methodologies that we are going to be using as from today onwards, and everything I've been saying so far since the beginning of this training is more like the foundation for this methodology. This is more like one thing I understand is that everybody in life has a principle that they live by, and everything that they do, their thoughts, their actions, their deeds, their speech, everything about them are presiding, or they are resting on this principle or whatsoever um, ideology that they believe in. That is what defines them. Now, this principle is also what I would say should be our guideline for everything that we do, because it will not be good that you go online without a principle. It will not be good that you go online to do whatever it is that you want to do without having an ideology, or without having something that is feeding it or that is running it. Because the truth is, when you have a principle that you are living by, it makes it easy for you to easily retrace your step and to assess things. It helps you to be able to measure results, and all to be able to measure the outcome of things, whether they be positive or negative, and you'll be able to know how to change things, or how to tweak, or how to re-strategize, or how to edit whatever it is that you need to do, just to ensure that you bring about a positive result. Okay, just like I said, we'll be talking about target audience. We'll be talking about the need to have an attractive Facebook page, an attractive personal wall, the need to concentrate more on building relationship than on trying to sell to everybody that you meet, the need to understand the pain of your target audience, how that there's a need for you to put yourself in their shoes so that you will know how to relate with them, by not concluding for them, or by not thinking for them, and by not feeling that your business opportunity is too good for somebody to turn down. This will also avoid you being too disappointed too often a time, and it will also cut the rate of loss. It will cut down the rate of loss. It will cut down the rate of frustration. It will cut down the rate of you being overwhelmed. It will cut down the rate of you feeling like you are not making progress. It will really mitigate a lot of things, and even though they might happen, but they will not happen at a very large scale, to the point that they wouldn't allow you to make progress. All right, just like the slide I'll be using says, the fundamental principles of marketing. You may be wondering, why do I need this? Why do I need to understand the fundamental principles of marketing? Now, the reason is this: there used to be a way that businesses used to run some years back, the years when all we used to have is billboards, newspapers, television advertisements, columns in newspapers, magazines, and people used to walk on the street, word of mouth, all of those things were more of the channels that were used for businesses to pass on their value offering or their message to their markets. But right now, things have changed, and there's a need for you to understand what exactly has changed and what is still standing, even though the channels through which we use these things have actually changed. What are the things that are still in existence, and what are the things that have changed? and how can you use all of this knowledge and tools to your advantage. Okay, it says here that one skill that every person must strive to learn to survive in any economy is the marketing skills. That is the only skill you need to know how to master. Once you have mastered how to market, okay, let me do this so that I'll be able to edit anything I want to edit. Let me see. In case you're wondering what am I using to do this, it's just basically I'm just using DU recorder, and you can also use it too. All I'm using is DU recorder. All right, let me see. Let me make it bold. Okay, let's make it bold. All right, so that it becomes easy for me to use while I talk. Okay, I say that one skill every person must strive to learn to survive in any economy is the marketing skill. Let me say is the marketing skill. Is the marketing skills. All right, that is the only skill you need to know how to master. Once you have mastered how to market, then you can sell anything. Marketing is more than creating an awareness of a product or service. It is in communication. And then you ask me, if I say that marketing is more than just creating an awareness about the products or the services that you have to render, what do I mean when I say that it is about communication? Communication of what? It is in the communication of results that provides solution to an already prevalent or existing problem with the right tool to achieve the result. Does this look similar to what I was saying yesterday? Just like I was saying that a target audience is somebody who understands that he has a need. He does not just understand that he has a need. This person understands that this need is pressing, is really, really necessary for me to answer this need. And this person also comes to a point whereby he knows that this need that I have that is very pressing, there is somebody that can answer this need or that can give me a solution that will help me to solve the problem that I am experiencing. And this person understands that you are the person that can provide solution, or somebody that has something product that is similar to yours. Do you understand? So the point where you can say that your marketing has achieved its aim is when you have communicated the solution to the problem that your target audience has. When you have communicated the solution to them with the method or with the tools that you would use to achieve that solution. If you can effectively communicate these things to the person who is your target audience, then marketing has taken place. Marketing should not be confused with selling. They are two different concepts. The end result of marketing does not have to immediately end up in selling. Do you understand that? The end result, after you must have carried out the concept of marketing, it is not mandatory that the end result of that activity should be that you sell something. It can be that you kickstart a long-lasting relationship with that person in such a manner that that person will no longer just become a buyer from you, but the person will become more like a loyal, repetitive customer, and sometimes he or she could even become a friend. Which was why I was saying that you should not focus too much on selling. Rather, focus on making yourself attractive. Very soon you will understand why I said so. Just like I said here, I will read it again. Marketing should not be confused with selling. They are two different concepts. The end result of marketing does not immediately have to end up in selling, though you should not be afraid of selling to the person that you market to, because you will have to sell if you will want to consistently hold the attention and feed the curiosity of people, which is indeed the first thing that marketing holds at ransom. Whenever you come online, what you hold at ransom is not the money of the people. What you actually hold at ransom is their curiosity. How creative you can be with your content, with your post, with your advertisement will be seen in how much of attention you can capture from whosoever it is that gets to look on your post or gets to look on your ad, to the point that it can stir up an action from that person. And that action can be in the form of sharing your content, engaging with it, be it in the form of likes and reaction, or passing on a comment, or taking it further to ask you or make inquiry about what you sell. So when you say that you are carrying out marketing, what you are actually working at is to get the attention of people and to stay their attention on you. If you step into the market and your first call to action, which we also call CTA, is buy this, buy that, without obeying this formula for marketing, either online or offline, you will fail woefully, especially in this new age of development in skills, mindsets, and technology. You know, I was saying that most people come online just to come and play or to have fun. Nobody really comes online to say that, okay, I have my credit card or I have my MasterCard. The next thing I want to do is to go and shop on Facebook. If anybody wants to shop, they know where to go to. They go to Amazon, they go to eBay, they go to Jumia, they go to Konga, they go to AliExpress. Do you understand? They go on VConnect to get services and all that. Do you understand? Most of the time, what people do whenever they come online is to play. And if at all they want to do anything that has to do with business, then they go on the groups or they go to the pages, which is why we said that you should ensure that every information about what you do is accurately imputed on your pages or on your groups if you have one. So when you come online, the first thing that you should be asking people is not come and buy. What you should be telling people is, look at me. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Look at what I have for you. Look at what I have for you can do for you. Look at where what I have for you can take you to. Look at how this thing can solve your problem. Don't you think that this thing is what you need? Don't you think that you need this thing very, very, as in you need it right now? Wouldn't you consider looking on this thing? Don't worry, all it is all about when it comes to transacting and doing your business online. I tell you, Initially, it might look like you are wasting your time, that you're not making money. But the truth is, if you can stay consistent with this, I tell you, the results that you will be getting will be amazing to yourself. Because over time, people would have seen you to be somebody who is consistent and who cares about them and who is not so driven by money. Unlike some people who come online and the first thing that they do, if you go look on their page, somebody sent me a friend request and I went to check on this page, and all I was just seeing are just pictures about his work. I think he called himself Lumri Couture. Is a male fashion designer. I went to check out the page, and the only thing I can find are just pictures of different kind of designs. No single picture of any human being. At least let me just know who this person is. And I did not receive that friend request because I can't go on your wall and who I'm interacting with are dolls and images of clothes. So whenever you step out, what should be running your mind is how you can get people to interact with you, to get to know you. Nobody will just go and meet no man or a guy will go meet a lady that he or she is meeting for the first time, and the next thing he's saying to her is, will you marry me? It's not possible. Even if you have known her, you've been seeing her, or you grew up together in the same area and you never talked, you never interacted, it's not possible for you to approach her and tell her, will you marry me, and expect her to tell you yes. That's the same way it is. I often tell my clients that see marketing as you wooing your prospective customer or your target audience or your market. See it as a way of you wooing them before they can then before you can then bring them to a point whereby when you ask or you pop up the question, will you marry me, or will you go on this journey with me to buy my products or to sign up for my MLM or to join my company or to buy this, to buy that, and they just freely say yes without feeling like they are taking a risk buying from you or joining you. Because one thing is this, you must put this to mind and keep it somewhere. Whenever anybody is buying from you, they must not feel like the risk is too high that they cannot cope. They must not feel like they are having to take on a dangerous risk that will cost them a lot of things. You must bring them to a point whereby they are comfortable following you on in the process, and you don't force people to buy. The following are my formula that I have studied. For those who know me, you know that I've done quite a number of interviews with both our local entrepreneurs and international entrepreneurs, and I didn't stumble on these people by me looking out for them. I don't even know how I came about them. I think it was through my mentor, and she connected me with this person just to learn from every one of them. I've done interviews with them. I've attended their trainings and attended trainings of mompreneur, Gbemi e-commerce. I've done interview with her, Emenike Emmanuel, John Obidi, Trisha Business, even international people like Candace Watson, Sean Johnson, every one of them, Keisha Baz, the Network Marketing Pro, Eric Ward, all of them, I've had to interact with them, and there's a particular principle that I have found that every one of them walk by, and I've just picked it from every one of them to compile it in this. If you know that you want to succeed in your business, this is what I use, and this is also what many online and offline entrepreneurs use to get their results. It's tested and proven to be the key ingredient for building a successful business. The number one thing is this: brand yourself and not the product. Don't just go about posting things about your product and services. Talk about yourself. Post things about yourself, about your family, about what you're doing. Then, number two, identify your audience and their interests. This means that you search out for them in the places you know that they will always hang about. That was what I was trying to talk about yesterday by you going to Facebook groups, joining groups like Quora, Discourse. You understand? There you can easily find people who are having conversation around your kind of profession or the kind of job or services that you render. Number three, identify the problem of these people that you have searched out for. Then number four, build your audience and engage with them consistently, staying in their faces. Build a convenient and active relationship. Number five, provide valuable content that will serve as solution to their problems. That way you will be seen as an authority. You will be seen as somebody that they can always reach out to. Number six, convert your audience into leads. Your audience is everybody that you have as your friend list, everybody that you have as your follower, everybody that you have as members on any Facebook group that you join. But understand that the fact that you have every one of those people having the opportunity to look on your content or everything that you put out, it doesn't mean that every one of them will be the one to buy from you. They become a lead when they begin to take interest, either by asking questions or by engaging with whatever you put out. Everybody is not your lead. A lead is somebody who is caught in the web of your posts, or who is caught engaging or interacting with your post. Somebody who interacts with your post and who is not just interacting with your post, but who has some specific features or characteristics that you have found out or that you have listed out that whosoever who is going to be buying from you should have. So for example, you can be somebody into real estate. Then we know that your target audience will be people who are into the working class and who are not just in the working class. They may be government workers, or they may be people who own a business and they are earning something like around 500,000 to 200,000 to 500,000 naira monthly. So when you post something online and you see somebody who clicks it, then your next antenna should go to who just clicked this, because they will notify you. Then you go on the wall of this person to check out the things that this person is all about. If out of 10 characteristics that you have written out that your ideal customer should have, if the person has 5 or 6 out of this 10, then that person is a potential customer that you need to work on and that you need to build a relationship with. So after you have done this, you have one way, or the only way that you can build your audience is by providing valuable content. Do you understand? Provide content, provide value, provide content, provide content that has solution, or content that has anything that you know can feed the need of your prospect, or that can feed the need of your customer, that can bring them a step closer to their dreams and aspiration. Basically, if you look at the Nigerian market, one common thing that everybody wants is good health and money. So basically, you know that if you are in Nigeria and you are running any business, the best thing is that you circumvent the benefit of your business, be it a service or product, around how this thing that you have can make them healthier, or how it can make them to be more prosperous than they are. Do you understand? So if you are baking cake, you can, there's something about the ingredient that you use. Maybe you don't put too much sugar, or you don't add too much artificial ingredients, and it makes your cake a little bit healthy, because so long as it's sugar, it's not so healthy. But what I'm trying to say is that there are ways that you can, circumvent everything that you are doing around that. In Nigeria, what sells more is when people realize that, okay, what you have can make them healthier, or what you have can make them wealthier. Do you understand that? All right. Another thing is that you provide valuable content that will serve as solutions to their problems. That way, you'll be seen as an authority. And number 6, convert your audience into leads, generate call to actions, or provide free valuable content that can squeeze their necessary information or details from them. Do you understand? So whenever you post anything on Facebook and you are using the content to build your audience, to build your likes, to build your followers, to build people who are consistently interested in you, and it's always like they are waiting on you to post something every day. Look for ways to get their information. Oftentimes what I do is that I look for ways to bring them into WhatsApp, because that way I get to be able to relate with them better on a closer level. Do you understand? So that means I'll be able to be feeding them with enough content and value from every side, from Facebook, from Instagram, from WhatsApp, from LinkedIn, everywhere. One thing I've come to understand is this: people don't just buy at once. Because they see your post once does not mean that they will buy at once from you. Many times they need to be brainwashed to get used to you or to get used to your products before they take action. And be careful that you will not push them to a point whereby they just begin to unconsciously ignore your post. Which is why I was talking about you not just always coming online to sell. If they have gotten used to you creating value, the one time that you put out there to want to sell something shouldn't hurt your engagement. It would even make them to want to consider what you have, because somewhere they've gotten used to you giving them post or content that has been helping them solving one situation or the other there. Do you understand? And the last one is prospecting and closing of deals. After you have gotten people's details and you have gotten their phone numbers, you've gotten to connect with them on Facebook and all that, the next thing that you need to work on, which is where the work lies, aside from you creating content and building your audience, is in the follow-up. You need to follow them up either by calling them or by using the messenger chat or by using WhatsApp. People used to feel like since they have the lists or they have the phone numbers of people that is enough. It is not enough. It does not end there. And this is a thing that runs for every businesses. Don't just think that you get people's number to keep it. You use it to build relationship. Do not wait till when you have product alone before you connect or you relate with people. That way they will easily lose touch with you and they forget you, and you just sink into the midst of people that they have met one time ago. If you receive any message or you receive any details of anybody, from that moment onward, you begin to build a relationship with that person, such that when you begin to talk about your services or you begin to talk about what you do, it makes it easy to drive the communication. Then it makes it easy for you to be at the driving point and they will not be the one driving it. Do you understand? I love to be in charge of communication with my prospects or with my leads. That way it will not make them make the process too long. I don't know if you understand that. All right, I will end this training here today, and then tomorrow I will drop the link for a continuation on this training. So basically what we are talking about are the fundamental principles of attraction marketing. How do you make yourself attractive? How do you make yourself the go-to person? How do you imprint yourself in the mind of your leads such that whenever they need any services that is related to what you do, you are the next person they consider? All of these things are very, very necessary for you to do. I want to believe that you found value in this. Feel free to drop your questions. All right, do have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.